Hey everyone, as you can see, I'm out in the nature and there's two swans right behind me right now, and it's insane. But yeah, I'm decided I want to record my podcast in a different setting. I don't want to be in the studio, I don't want to be at home, I just want to be something different. Anyway, I want to talk about my self-love journey. Um, I've spoken about my body confidence journey, but I realize I haven't spoken about self-love journey. And I'm passionate about this self-love, so it only makes sense if I talk about mine, right? Take you through how I got to where I am today. So I used to be someone from not knowing what self-love is to now I'm just in love with myself. For those who know me know that I'm big on this self-love. I'm just gonna give you like the sort of short version of it because otherwise we'd be here all day otherwise. Anyway, I was the kind of person that thought self-love is getting my nails done, getting my hair done, having a bubble bath, all of that stuff. I know a lot of you also think that, but let me tell you this: those are called self-care practices. Self-love is a lot deeper than that because you can be doing all of those kind of stuff, but not be loving yourself. Does that make sense? So going back to my 9-year relationship, I think I was with a guy who was actually quite insecure, but I didn't really. But if you know me, you know I'm really bubbly. I have lots of energy. I'm very friendly, right, and easygoing. And he didn't like that part of me. He said that, "Why are you so friendly? You're too friendly. Um, are you? Why are you so loud? Or not even loud, to be honest. We're just saying like, why are you always like?" He just said I got too much energy or something like that, and then saying that, am I trying to get trying to seek attention? Am I that insecure? So he actually got me questioning, am I really insecure? But then again, to be honest, he was not wrong in a way because at that point in my life, I was kind of insecure. But anyway, um, so that was that. But then because of what he said, I actually suppressed some of my personality. So I stopped being overly friendly. And so whenever I'm out with him, I would sort of quiet down a little bit, like won't be as loud sort of thing. I'll be more like submissive, right? But first of all, by the way, there's nothing wrong with a woman submitting to a man, but it just depending on the situation. Yeah. Anyway, and also the reason I did my life for him, also I wanted to make him feel comfortable. Um, but when I was out with my friends, though, I was back to myself. I was more bubbly. I was like, like really happy, lots of energy. But whenever I go out with him, especially when we go clubbing, for those who know me, know that I love to dance. But when I'm out with him going clubbing, for example, I'll just stand there, like itching to dance, like, you know. And also, he was standing like a bouncer, like a fucking bouncer, man, like just scanning the whole room. And it's like, yo, like, we in the club, are we here to dance? Or what? Are we here to scan the room? What's going on? But anyway, that was that. So yeah, so I dimmed my light for him to make him feel comfortable, sacrificed myself, kind of also sacrificed my happiness because I didn't want no conflict. Yeah. So I'm telling you this because this is an example of not loving myself. So if you're the kind of person that is dimming your light to make other people comfortable, that's you not respecting and not loving yourself. Okay. So anyway, so moving on now. So then, been with him for 9 years and I left him. You might be thinking, why did you leave him? Reason I left him because when a man don't put an effort in anymore, and you grow as a person knowing that you deserve more and you should be that, and you know that you should be treated like a queen, then you gotta go. You got to go. That's it. So yeah, got with someone and I was seeing that person for a year. He was like a toxic, kind of dangerous man. We won't go into details of what it was, but basically he was just a dangerous person to a point where my best friend at the time was so worried about me that she was calling me every single day to check I was okay. I'll give you a little bit more details. Basically, to a point where he had such dark energy that when I was with him, I was attracting a lot of negative stuff in my life. I've been driving since I was 18 and I've never had a car accident. Actually, no, I had one, but that's because I was like a newbie. But then since then, I never had a car accident for like almost 10 years. I haven't had a car accident since I've been with him. In less than 2 months, I had a car accident, and the car got written off. And then 6 months later, had another car accident. The car got written off again. So you get sort of like where the negativity comes in. And also, like, never got stopped and searched before. My car got stopped and searched for drugs and, you know, all of that. So yeah. Anyway, so then I thought, and after a year later, I realized I'm actually no longer happy, because another thing also, he was basically somewhat like, he basically was like a fuck boy as well. And me knowing deep down inside he was probably like seeing other girls, but me, in my head, I know a lot of girls can probably relate to this, thinking, oh, you know what, I'm different. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to be the ride and die. I know I can change him, that kind of stuff. But constantly, my insecurity started building up, because, yeah. Anyway, I said I wasn't going into details, but I started giving more details. But anyway, I'm trying to give you the sort of like the picture of why I mean by I didn't know what self-love is. Anyway, so if I loved myself, I wouldn't even be with this person, right? If I loved myself, I would have fucking left as soon as I know that he's a dangerous guy, and attracting all this negative energy into my life, right? I shouldn't be doing this to myself. And if I love myself, knowing that he potentially be cheating on me, I should be leaving. So ladies, if the guy you're dealing with, seeing within a relationship, and he's cheating on you, or seeing other guys, you're not the priority, what are you doing there? Leave that guy. There's so much other guys who will treat you like a queen. Just putting it out there. So anyway, so yeah, then I thought enough is enough. I was just mentally drained, and I just had enough. So I left. It was hard, I'm not gonna lie, because he kept coming back. And then I was just like going back and forth. And in the end, I was like, Celia, what the fuck are you doing with yourself? Love yourself. In fact, you know what? I didn't even say love yourself. I didn't even know what self-love was still at the time. I was just like, what the hell are you doing to yourself? Like, I just knew I deserved better. That's it. And I just knew this is not what I wanted. So anyway, so I left him. Finally, in the end, after 3 months, he finally left me alone. And then my dance friend, Nafisa, big up, she has a book. So ladies, go get this book. Yeah, it's called Chapter 30. I started reading it, and it's about her journey of self-love and becoming the baddie she is now. And it was her book that actually got me learning more about self-love, understanding what self-love is, and I started working on myself. And after reading that book really empowered me. So thank you, Nafisa. Thank you so much. And anyway, so I started I was meditating before, but then I stopped. I'm not, that's another thing. After being with this guy, this dangerous guy, I stopped doing all this like journaling and meditation. When I left him, I started going back to meditation, started journaling again, just working on myself basically. And then I started reading books. Yeah, so after reading chapter 30, I decided, you know what, I need to read more books, more self-help books, personal development. And that's how I grew. And the confidence and the power, I started feeling more empowered, and I started growing. 2022, I thought by then I understood what self-love was. Not gonna lie, however, obviously it has heightened. So like from not knowing what self-love is, it has gone up. Obviously there's different levels of self-love. Yeah, so self-love is a journey, like just like confidence, body confidence. Everything is a journey. In 2021, I also got going on dates. People call it serial data. I disagree. I wasn't a serial dater, but the reason people call me serial dater because I was just going on lots of dates. But to be honest, it wasn't even that many, and I probably had like once a month or twice a month, like that. But when I say dates, I mean just going dinner. Literally, that was it. It was nothing more, nothing sexual, nothing like that. Anyway, I was dating. I call it dating for growth. Woo! That made me. I was dating for growth. Yeah. Actually, you know what, ladies? I recommend like sometimes enjoy being single and go. And if you go on dates, but like doesn't necessarily mean you have to go into a relationship. As in, like, just go on dates to figure out what is that you want and you don't want in a man. And that's what I was doing in 2021, to be honest. I was dating, going on dates to know. It's almost like picking, so like molding that person that I would want. But yeah, that's how you learn, right? I just literally wasn't looking for a relationship. I just wanted to get to know myself. And I'm not gonna lie, that was actually the best thing I did, because I learned a lot about myself and knowing what I want and what I don't want in a man. Anyway, moving on to 2022. I had enough of going on dates now, and now I'm just like, actually I want a man now, because I miss the affection and then like hugging someone, like kissing, all of that. Anyway, Every single guy that I met was a potential, like I said earlier. Um, and I'll get gassed when a guy liked me, and if that guy was somewhat good looking, I'll be like, oh, okay, maybe potential. And if he had a good humor, oh, tick the box. So it was more like, even if that guy didn't tick every single box, in my head I was thinking, oh, maybe it could make it work, maybe it would work. Things like that. I also talk to my friend, my guy friend. I always talk to him about like these guys that I'm going on date with. Oh, this guy, da, 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 this guy, da, 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 this guy, da, 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 this and this and that. And it got to the point was like, Celia, like, sis, I'm like lost count. I'm losing track of the guys. You talk about guys all the time. Like, all I hear about from your mouth is just guys, guys, guys. You don't even talk about your business anymore. And I was like, you got me thinking. And he said to me, I think you're putting your energy in the wrong place. You're putting your energy on guys as opposed to your business and as opposed to yourself. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. So then anyway, come March now, end of March, I went to Fuerteventura, did my first solo trip. That solo trip is the most empowering thing I've ever done. So if you have not traveled by yourself before, go do it. I highly recommend it. It empowered me. It built my confidence and my self-love. And that's when I first realized I love my own company. I absolutely love my own company. I enjoy my company. I'm so comfortable being by myself, being single. Anyway, to come back, a whole different person. By this time now, my mindset is now more focused on the business. This is because I'm moving into a new gym now. So I was like, yep, I need to reset my business, sort of like start from fresh, and you gotta win. Anyway, you gotta level up. So anyway, now even but if it's still then for the next 2 months, I was still like meeting guys, and then still thinking it might be potential. And then my friend was like to me, Celia, I think you're looking for love. And I'm thinking, yes, I am looking for love because I want a man. But that's all he said. He said, yeah, I know you're looking for love, but your man will come. Just make sure you choose the right man. Yeah, and then come end of August, I decided to go celibate, because previously when I was like the guys I met, and if I did get intimate with them, have sex with them, after that I would feel so empty. Like that feeling was just empty, just like I wanted more. Not like I wanted more sex, more like I wanted more than that. I just wanted to be cradled. I wanted to be loved. And not even that, I was just like, I felt like, oh, Celia, what are you doing? You're just giving yourself away to people. And I'm telling you, the celibacy was the best thing I've done for myself. That's when my self-love really went from, so obviously from not knowing what self-love is, and then run from here, and then whoom, all the way up here to being in love with myself. Thing is, before being a celibate, I still loved myself. The solo trip did heighten my self-love, but there was still some bits and pieces that was not resolved, was not healed. Part of me wasn't healed yet. But after becoming a celibate, definitely like focusing on myself, really protecting my energy. Oh, by the way, there's a reason why I went to become a celibate, not just because, oh, I don't want to give up myself. Obviously it is, but it's more like I decided I want to protect my energy, because things were going so well for me. I don't want to give the energy away. I'll just protect it and only give myself up. Just give myself up. Only basically have sex with a person that I know is my future husband, or at least I have that connection with. Basically, I want the next person I sleep with needs to be someone that I connect with, conscious man. So anyway, so then this celibacy journey has been so good. And then even in October on my birthday, I went to Fuerteventura again, and the self-love there went again, just shot up. And honestly, once you start loving yourself, you glow. So not long after becoming celibate, I finally understood what self-love is. It was like I had this moment, like it was like, I get it. I finally understand what self-love is. You know, earlier when I was saying like every single guy was a potential, because I was searching for love. You can't search for love love, I mean, you can. You search love in here. Your love is love within. You can't go external. Like this society has like conditioned you to think to be happy, to find love is the outside, the material stuff. No, you got to love yourself first. Once you're at peace with yourself and loving yourself and accepting who you are, so self-love is accepting who you are, saying no again, no, the boundaries, saying no when you should be saying no, saying yes when you should be saying yes. Be true to yourself, be a true authentic self. Do not dim your light for anyone to make them comfortable. You do you. Put yourself first. Anyway, once you understand this self-love, that love will come to you. It's almost like you don't need there's no need or want the love from outside. Do you know what I mean? You know, like you don't even need to look for a man or a woman for love. Does that make sense? That love will come to you. Once you love yourself, it will come to you. Continue building the best version of yourself, and your man or your woman will come to you. And look at that, the swan just came back. Do everything with love. There's nothing. Do everything with love, and be open to receiving love. Your dream partner will come. And when you love yourself, like I said earlier, you will start glowing, and things will just start flowing. Like things will just start flowing and will come to you. I can't even explain. Like I don't even have to put in words. Like I'm at a state where everything, like I'm just surrendering to the universe. I love myself. I love Mother Nature. I just do everything with love. I love people. Right now, where I'm at is I'm so in love with myself that I'm just emitting it everywhere. And even like people who knows me now, they're like they love being around me. There's like my energy. They just love my energy. I'm so positive, so healing, so soothing. And I'm telling you, it all comes down to self-love, loving myself. That's my journey. From not knowing what love is to now being in love with myself. Let me just show you this. Here. Give them too. Yeah. How magical that they just came onto this and I recorded it. Anyway, so yeah. So self-love, wrap up. You gotta love yourself first. You don't need to search for love. You don't need basically, yeah, you don't need to search for love. Love is in here. You want to search for love? Go within. Find it there. And there you have it. Love you all for listening.